Well, we all know that texting and driving is dangerous, but many people don't realize that it's also illegal here in Tennessee. Joining us today to explain exactly what the law says about driving while distracted is attorney Jim Higgins from the Higgins Firm. Mr. Higgins, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, great to have you today. Now, this is an interesting topic. A lot of people are interested in this and don't really know what the laws are. So let's talk about the current laws that are in existence in Tennessee that really prevent drivers from using electronics while they're operating a car.
Yeah, and that's the key. It's in Tennessee, and right now it varies state to state. And so we've been hearing a lot in the news about the federal government maybe coming in and doing some laws. But in Tennessee, it's against the law to text. You can still use your cell phone. Some states you can't. It's against the law for kids with learner's permits to use the cell phone at all. School bus drivers can't use it. And there's a recent amendment that they have been going through the legislature about drivers exercising due care when around pedestrians and bicyclists. And really the whole reason that that came about was all of the media and all the studies that we've been hearing about how dangerous it is to drive and try to text or email somebody.
And it is, yeah. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of cases with distracted drivers in your office.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my office handles a lot of sad and catastrophic cases. And, you know, I think years ago, a lot of these cases we would handle would really focus around somebody being drunk or somebody driving, you know, when they're too tired and they shouldn't. And over the years, we've just had some really heartbreaking cases where people have been hurt because of somebody was texting or on the cell phone. And the statistics right now from the National Transportation Safety Board said that in 2010, I think over 3,000 people were killed because people were driving and texting.
Wow, that's really terrible, and it's something that we should be aware of. But a lot of people may think, well, you know, how do they know if I'm actually texting and driving? So how can they be proved?
Well, you know, there's a couple of ways. In the cases that we've handled, it's interesting. A lot of times when I'm deposing a person who's caused somebody an accident or caused some harm to someone, you know, when we have them under oath, a lot of times they will just simply say, yeah, I was doing it. And more times than not, believe it or not, I do think people are honest with it. But just to be safe, you know, what we do in our office is you can subpoena phone records. We also have computer experts that can look at records and download, see what's on the phone, when it was used, when the last time it was used. We've had witnesses in other cars or passengers in a car talk about it. And it has been, I guess you would say, game changers in cases. We have had cases where there was true disputes over whose fault it was, and when we get the records back on the fact that that person was texting at the time of the accident, it has totally changed the cases for us and our clients before.
Right. It's definitely something that seems to be more happening more since, you know, people are using their phones more. The iPhones, we were saying earlier, those are even harder to text on and more dangerous.
Well, I wouldn't know. You may, Kacy. I hope not.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, no, they are. As technology changes, these problems, you know, change, and the law tries to catch up with them, and the cases try to catch up with them, and you know, it's just something, unfortunately, that we see more and more of, and we deal with it.
Absolutely. Now, do you think it's something that's going to come to where we can't even talk on the phone while we're driving?
Well, that's the debate now. And in some states, you can use Bluetooth. Some states, they're trying to get rid of it completely. You know, the other side of it says, well, what if I'm a passenger? You know, how shouldn't I be able to talk? I mean, it's just something that as we go through the laws and people's freedoms and how intrusive government would be, but that we also want to protect us, it's, you know, we'll just have to see how it develops. They'll be talking about it this session in the legislature.
Good information. Attorney Higgins, great to have you today.
Thank you.
The Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. Give them a call at 615-353-0930. Or for more information and a link to their website, higginsfirm.com, just go to the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.